doing very good.
Oh, did we forget to record?
Okay, yeah, we're just trying to get x by itself. So add 5.
36. Oh my.
36.
Negative 6, positive 6.
How do we get rid of the square root? Or square? We square root it. Square root it. When you use the square root trick, though, square root of 36 is 6, but you have to put positive or negative 6 because negative 6 squared is also 36.
Man.
I'm already explaining it for the
I
video.
could go for a Big Mac right now. Just because I hate Big Macs.
Okay, number 9.
This should work.
Yeah.
You want me to put it back?
No. Geometry, the second geometry box.
Just put it in there?
Yeah. Lost my place. X squared plus 5. Alright, what should we do first on this one? Minus 5.
Yeah.
X squared equals negative 5. Then what do we do? Square root. What's the square root of negative 5? Okay, not real. So we're going to put no real solution. Oh yeah. Now, probably you shouldn't put no solution because technically there is an imaginary solution. But that's an Algebra 2 concept. So for now we're just going to put no real solution. And there is an even like that. There is one even that has no real solution. There's only one odd and one even.
Why is it so hot down here?
I feel fine.
Man. I think it's because I'm fat.
Okay, number 11. 3x squared equals 51. Wow, Friday it was hot. You guys remember that long ago? Probably not.
It was really
I was about to melt.
What goes in the 51?
Okay, what do we do first? What do you guys think?
Maybe we divide by 3?
You guys know how many times 3 goes into 51? 17.
Whoa.
So, what's the answer? Plus or minus square root of 17. Again, if that had been like square root of 18, we would have to simplify that a little bit. Square root of 18 is like 3 square root of 2.
I feel tired, but I don't.
All right. There's one even that's not real.
Is it in the A section?
Maybe.
awesome.
It's top secret information.
This is going to explode.
3x squared equals 81. It's kind of like the last one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Divided by 3. I don't suppose you guys know what that is.
I number
7. I knew it.
what?
Does square root of 27 simplify?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. We got
3 square root of 3?
Yeah. 27 is 9 times 3. So
3 square root.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, boy.
3 square root of 3. Don't forget the plus or minus.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not very good.
baby. Let's go. Eli, I will pay you $5 million
There we go.
if you say a bad word next HE double hockey sticks.
Don't do it.
Okay. 15. Don't make deals with the devil. Okay, 4x squared.
Wait, I'm saying them.
Just in this instance.
So you do it the devil every time? I make daily deals with Satan in my basement.
Because you know, one time Peter told Jesus, shut surely wouldn't die, and Jesus said, "Get behind me, Satan." Okay, anyway, 15. What do I do first? Okay, 54 reduces. It's actually would be easier if we don't reduce it on this one, because I'll tell you in a second. Because our next step is square root, right? And 4 has a square root. So it might be nice just to leave it as a 4 instead of reducing first. If you reduced it to a 2, you'd get square root of 2 on the bottom, but you can't leave square root on the bottom. Okay, but what's the square root of 4? 2. So in this case, it's just a 2, and the top is square root of 50. Does square root of 50 simplify?
No.
Yep, it does. Because it's 25 times 2,
Oh man.
so it's 5 square root of 2. Does that reduce?
No.
No.
What if the denominator doesn't square it up?
Then you have to multiply the top and bottom by the denominator, because you can't leave a square root in the denominator. Or plug it in a good calculator. Alright, 17. 4x squared minus 16 equals 3x squared plus 9. Any bright ideas?
None.
What are like terms? Yeah. Remember when we were solving x problems, like normal problems? What did we do when we had x on both sides? Subtract them, right?
Yeah.
And since we are trying to get x squared by itself, like that, that would be a good plan. What's 4x squared minus 3x squared? X squared minus 16. 9?
Whoa, I think we add the 16. What? Oh my gosh. I was actually.
Yeah, I didn't want you to show some work.
Oh no.
My life is over.
Only on the B section though?
Yeah, like number 1, you can't really show any work.
Yeah. That still is making me sad, but still.
So I have to go back and do it.
Yeah, I feel like Issa work out most of my problems. You were thinking by the one now.
Even though
Alright, this is number 1, so what's the answer?
X equals plus or
Okay, 19, what? Oh yeah, time of my life.
Do you like
19.
actually enjoy it, or do you just like do it because it's your
You
job?
know that all.
Well, it's kind of like a puzzle, so if it's, I like certain math problems that I actually have to think about more than stuff that I don't.
Do you play
think
Why
about.
did you become a math teacher? Like who forced you?
Just to torture you, you know.
Dang it, you just look like Candy Crush.
What is that?
Do you feel special?
Yeah, thanks.
Isha wants to be a teacher when she grows up. She wants to be just like you.
Oh, yeah.
Someday. So,
That's
okay.
the ground.
Number 19 looks kind of the same.
I kind of feel like sitting on the ground.
You do it.
But I don't know if Mr. Brown.
Of course, I won't let you.
Dang it.
Why won't you let him?
Punish him.
Because that's
It's
what's
makes
funny,
him
man.
But it's not a punishment if I want to do it.
This is not, you're not supposed to get that comfy in here. You're not supposed to wear your pajamas. You're not supposed to.
Dang
It's not pajamas. Sit on the floor.
You're not supposed to lie on the ground. You're not supposed to.
Why
Whatever.
aren't you supposed to be like comfortable? You're supposed
Because
to be.
this is a work environment. It's
You're gonna hate
semi-formal.
Skylar next year then. She takes her shoes off.
Yeah.
She
Bro,
puts
Tyler
on
does
that.
this
Okay.
every day.
You're not gonna like your class next year.
What should I
Minus
do?
X squared.
Minus x squared.
Stratford.
No, I'm just smart like you.
I was fifty.
I think it was
No, I'm patient.
2x squared plus 10, girls. Hush.
minus 10.
Minus 10.
That's 14. Wow.
2x squared equals 14. Now what? Divide by 2.
Wow. That's
Seven.
Seven.
Plus or minus 7.
Nope.
Oh,
Square root of 7.
So
what is going on here today?
She got a hashtag fart smell with it. What?
Never mind.
Mr. Jordan, do you admit that Coke is just the best drink?
No.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr.
I
Pepper is 7.
probably do drink it more than Dr. Pepper.
Oh my.
Yeah, really.
Let's go.
That's
We
one
have
person.
another-
Congratulations.
Yes.
He's a
You're
math teacher.
a
You gotta
lover,
believe
okay?
it.
You're
Here's
not.
Coke.
Dude, no, she did all math
You're gonna have
equation.
fun.
You solve the equation that says
You clearly
Coke
use
is
the wrong
better than
formula.
anything restaurant.
You use too much sugar.
I don't think I've ever been there.
Just
Yeah.
1 gram of
Sucks.
sugar.
Well, if you do.
Okay, guys.
That's I checked Dr. Pepper.
One more.
Okay, one more, but this one is totally different, so you guys need to pay attention. Maybe take some good notes on this, so when you do 20 and 22, you know how to do it.
Okay.
Okay, any guesses what we should do first?
Square. Foil.
Okay, we could FOIL the left side, we get a big ol' x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals 12. And bring everything to the left side and factor it like Thursday. That's not what we're gonna do, it's a much easier way. Square root right off the bat. Because the whole left side is being squared, we can eliminate with the square root.
Come to the door. It's Crystal.
What are you doing?
That was so awkward.
Alright, so what's the left side gonna become? X plus 2.
Yeah.
What's the right side?
Just
What?
kidding.
Square root.
One. Oh, you're.
Oh yeah, that. What?
Oh, it's 2. I thought it's 12.
Wait, what?
I thought it was 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that's a
square
12?
Covered up
Yeah,
the,
it
the one.
Oh.
Okay, something is still wrong.
Minus 2.
It's not.
Good there?
Okay, what do you have to do when you do the square root trick?
You gotta do the plus and minus.
Plus or minus?
Yeah, I was so right.
Grant, be quiet. Okay. What do we need to do to solve for x now?
Subtract. Minus the 2.
Minus the 2.
Yeah, I was right.
Stop.
Isa, you're so hot when you do that.
Okay, how am I gonna put the right side together? I am not, because remember last chapter 2 and like square root of 3, those don't really add together, right? They're not like terms or anything. So I could put plus or minus 2 square root of 3 minus 2, but it looks a little bit better if I put negative 2 plus or minus 2 square root of 3.
That looks cool.
It's 22 like this.
Okay, 22 actually works out a little bit more like this. You'll get an answer like this. Now, negative 2 plus or minus 6, you can actually solve this. What is negative 2 plus or minus 6? What's negative 2 plus 6? And what's negative 2 minus 6?
Negative 8.
So on 22, yes, it's very similar to this, except there's not a square root.
Oh, so you can actually solve.
So you can actually solve it completely. Now, notice this actually does stand for two different answers. Negative 2 plus 2 square root of 3, negative 2 minus 2 square root of 3. And we could change it to a decimal or something, but we're not going to. This one you just write the two answers. If it if you can simplify it all the way, you need to do that.
Yep.
Wait,
That's 20.
Jordan.
Shh.
This is Jordan. So was this just?
You're just jealous you can't do that.
Yeah, of course.